Yo, what's up, guys? Wait, hold up. Nah, don't yo, what's up, guys? Us. Where have you been? Where have you been? Alright, listen. I can explain, alright? I swear. I'll explain at the end, okay? For this video, I want to talk about how you can start winning your 1v1s much more consistently. Real 1v1 fights are one of the most important parts of your game because at the end of the day, that's basically what majority of your fights come down to. Also, I usually don't ask this of you guys, but there's something exciting later on in the video, so it would mean a lot if you guys stuck around till the end. It always means a lot, don't get me wrong, but this time in particular, you got a lot of nerve asking for a favor as soon as you come back after a month. Dude, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's just get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is expecting third parties. Now you're probably like, yo, wait a second, you said 1v1s. And you're right, but the thing about this season in particular, because of how many ways there are to move around the map, you're more likely to get third party in your fights, to the point that you have to prepare for it. You have the cars, and there are literally cars everywhere, and they low-key got some banger music too. There's boats, helicopters, the person with the shockwave launcher, the person with the grappler, crash pads, launch pads, all that. That being said, when you're in your 1v1s, it's important that you don't tunnel vision too much on that one player, because it's too easy for other people to show up to the fight. There's also a lot of snipers in the loot pool, so do your best to end the fight quick and try not to build too high. You never know who's going to be looking at you. And I've always said in my fighting videos to force box fights in 1v1 situations as opposed to build fights, which leads me to my next tip. I don't know about you guys, but I hate farming. Like, I'd rather eat rice 1 grain at a time than to farm 999 materials. It's not as bad in arena, but you guys get the point. One of the main reasons I force box fights is to save materials, especially when a third party rolls up during the fight or soon after. You have to plan ahead and expect the worst, which is why you don't want to build to the sky and dump all your materials over a single person. Having no materials in a fight is just as bad as having no ammo or no heals. And I'm not going to argue that, okay? They're all struggles and you're free to pick one, but you get the point. And then the third tip, let's talk about taking smarter fights. I've seen so many players, they take fights in situations where it honestly is just not in your best interest to even be fighting each other. I know in lobbies, people have been dying out really quick and people are quick to just rush into fights and get into some sort of action so they can have some level of enjoyment, right? Instead of running around. But there's some things that you should consider when you're deciding whether or not it's a smart fight to take. First, just look at the circle. Do you have time to end this fight quick without getting swallowed and dying the storm? If you don't, then don't take the fight. Get away from the other player and try again in the new circle. And I want to stress getting away from the other player because you don't know if they're smart enough to understand the circle situation. So it's best to just avoid the risk entirely and just get away from them and make sure they don't see you. Second, do you even have materials to take a fight? You never know what kind of player you'll come across, so I personally like to have at least 500 total materials before getting into any mid-game fight. If you're in shambles, then it's just not in your best interest to be starting fights, especially if it gets drawn out, because at that point, it's going to become a losing fight real quick. Ultimately, you have to figure out for yourself what situations you can and can't handle so you can make the best decision when deciding on taking fights. And finally, for the last tip, I actually got some help with this one. So, with that being said, I'm going to hand it off to my friend and fellow content creator, Mr. MaxGamer7.
Yo, what's poppin' guys, it's your boy Max here taking over the video. I'm going to be helping you guys win your 1v1s more consistently, and that is going to be through the fourth tip of this video, which is all about your angles and positioning. Now the reason angles and your positioning are just so important is you can set yourself up for success before the fight's even started. Everyone overlooks mechanics when it actually comes to 1v1s, and sure, you can do that, but as long as the fight isn't creative and RNG is limited. But overall, in public matches, arena games, and even tournament games, game sense plays a much larger role, as Ayo has said numerous times in this video, through stuff like third parties, forcing box fights instead of build fights, and finally taking smarter fights. Anyways, let me give you an example of what I mean by positioning and having the best angles over your opponent. So say for example you're in an end game situation and you've got high advantage over your opponent. You've also got clear vision, there's no trees around, and that person you're about to initiate the fight with is just hopping around and looking for you. If you've got a hunting rifle or an AR at the very least, you can pretty much take all of their shield off, or at least some chunk of it, before the fight even begins. That's why you want to be patient when you're actually getting into the fight, and as soon as you do get that laser, you want to push in and secure the kill. Anyways, that is it from me. A big thank you to Ayo for having me on. I love what he's doing with his content and I'm sure you guys appreciate it too. And that's it from me. I'll see you guys in a future video hopefully.
Beautiful. I couldn't have said it better myself. Knowing how to start your fights with your angles and positioning easily sets you up to win your fights. If you ever watched Unknown, then you know he's a master at this. Anyways, huge thank you to Max for helping with this video. I've had a few people ask to collab with me, but Max has been the only person that I said yes to because honestly, he's just been the most humble and genuine. We didn't collab just for the sake of views or numbers or whatever, but we just enjoy each other's content and personality, and I appreciate that. His channel is also focused on helping you improve on Fortnite, so I'd highly suggest you check him out. He's got personality, humor, and a better upload schedule than me, so I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. And speaking of upload schedule, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I haven't really felt like playing Fortnite like most of July, mostly because I don't know, I was just bored. I don't know how else to put it. I've been playing Warzone and having a lot of fun there, and I was like, yo, what do I do? But it wasn't like I don't know, like I just didn't feel like playing Fortnite. Like it's not like I was like sad or whatever, I was just bored. On top of that, I've started trying to upload on TikTok because I noticed a lot of creators are, you know, finding not necessarily like, yeah, success of course, but for the sake of growth, it's been working out for people, and it's been working out pretty well for me too. Like I haven't really, like, it's not Fortnite dedicated, but it's still not necessarily dedicated to anything. It's been kind of just like me, I guess, just vibing, and I don't know, I've been enjoying that. It's chill. I mean, yeah, that's just what I've been doing. And then on top of that, I'm gonna start streaming soon, and I know I said that a while ago when I hit 1,000 subs, but here's the thing, all right? I don't know if you guys care or not, but I do. Like, this is like a me thing. I haven't had a haircut in so long. Holy, I look like the Fortnite kids with their hairs like split in a part. I saw a meme for it. That's what I look like, and I was like, man, I can't disrespect my viewers like that and show them that. So I was like, you know, I gotta wait. Like, I know barbershops are open and stuff like that, but I'm still, you know, being as cautious as I can, because, you know, all it takes is one interaction to, you know, get the virus or whatever, stuff like that. So, you know, I'm just playing it safe, you know, just chilling. But at the same time, I'm still working on, you know, Twitch overlays. I want to get, you know, some badges and stuff like that. Even though I don't have like anything started on Twitch yet, I still want a good setup for the people that do show up and do decide to, you know, spend their time there. So stay tuned for that, I guess. And I mean, other than that, that's just where I've been. And the direction of YouTube, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to transition to Warzone or have like a combination of both, but that's just something that I'm figuring out, or if I even want to upload Fortnite like that. Because don't get me wrong, like, I have fun on Fortnite. Sometimes the cars have been lit, mostly because I kind of got on just to listen to the music in the radio. Some of it's pretty good, but I mean, other than that, the lobbies are still dying out really quick. You're walking around doing nothing for a big period of time, but then at the same time, there's also cars, so there's a lot of people driving around in cars. I am running into people more, but the lobbies are still dying out pretty quick. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I played it and I recorded some footage for the video, and, you know, I actually had a decent amount of fun, right? I wasn't like crying. I know, I never cried, but does that make sense? I do plan on making a video that kind of bridges the gap between Fortnite and Warzone. I have like 2 video ideas in mind, so that's probably what I'm gonna work on next. As far as when those will come out, hopefully sooner than later. I gotta get back on my grind. Like, what am I doing? So, you know, thank you for being patient with me. I hope I can start streaming soon, get things going, so it's like, if I'm not uploading on YouTube, you guys can at least, for those of you that want content and interact with me, then you can, you know, just show up and pull up on stream whenever you want. And then just another thing, like, there were like a couple people that like reached out to me and just asked like where I've been, and, you know, shout out to you guys, Falcon in particular. Little things like these, you know, I really appreciate it, because I mean, you don't have to do it, but the fact that you know, are interested in the content that I put out, you're there to push me and remind me like, hey, stupid, why are you not uploading? And, you know, beat me up a little bit. I appreciate that. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, I mean, other than that, let's see where it goes. Let's just see. I'm kind of just vibing, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Why did the frog lose the talent competition? My voice!
Oh my gosh.